All right, finally got this video finished, and we have the Nike Air Sabrina 2. And I picked this up from Nike, not the sneakers app, directly from Nike. They were 140 American dollars shipped. And I picked up this sneaker solely off the design of the sneaker and the colorway. I don't really know much about Sabrina. I know that she played against Steph Curry in that three-point competition, which was all right. But I don't know about women's basketball too tough, college or WNBA. But I know I do like the sneaker, like very, very much. And of course, I got it because it looks like a Kobe and some other shoes. But with Sabrina Ionescu, first thing I thought, I was like, man, her logo looks like the Slam S. And I guess I could just be an old head in regard, but that's like the first thing that I thought when I seen the logo. And here's what the Sabrina 1 looked like. And I almost bought this pair, not this colorway. If they would have had this colorway in my size, I probably would have bought it. But I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? The Sabrina 2 is probably better than the Sabrina 1 tech spec wise. But I also found it interesting that the new Sabrina 2 box didn't have any of this cool writing on the inside. It's just kind of weird. But I did do a little bit of research on her playing style, and there she is shooting the deep bombs like Steph, and that's really not a surprise. But the problem is, now Sabrina has to deal with this person. Caitlin Clark definitely has a similar style of play. Some people even think that she's better at this point. I'm not really sure about that because I don't really watch, but I know Sabrina came in the league at 2020, and Caitlin Clark just got in this year. And when they finally matched up, it looks like Caitlin Clark's team beat Sabrina's team, so it is what it is. She also popped up on Complex Sneaker Shopping, and she bought a pair of Sean Wotherspoons for her brother, size 9.5. I thought that was pretty cool. I made that video as well, so check that out. So let's take a look at what I got for the Sabrina 2. Again, these were 140, and I believe that the Sabrina 1 is like 120, so that was probably like 125 shipped or something like that. But the colorway is undeniably beautiful. I don't think her team jerseys are this color. It doesn't really matter these days. But the shoe is fire. Like, you cannot tell me this shoe is not fire in a basketball sense. It definitely looks like a Kobe. I like the iridescent swoosh on the side. I like the textiles that they made the shoe out. There goes that Slam Magazine S again. I do think from an aesthetic point of view, this shoe was executed perfectly. And I know Nike's kind of not in the best light right now. Like, everyone's saying Nike's kind of dead. But they're not dead with these. They did a great job with these. And it's interesting, the day I went on court with them, somebody on IG hit me up and they was like, yo, Colo, you can actually do the Sabrina 2 by you at Nike. So you can make these, and you could make this colorway specifically. That wouldn't make sense, but you could make your own custom colorway also with the iridescent swoosh. Underneath the hood, it looks like you have this full bed Cushlon 3.0, and you have a little tiny 4-foot zoom hill down there, which I really didn't feel. And there's also that top loaded shank, which was pretty good. And yes, this is a screenshot from Zach the Foot Doctor. That guy's great. I love his work. I don't always watch him, but I got to give him credit. He puts in that good work, chopping the shoes in half and all that. But my first thoughts on court with these, and I'll get to that later, I was like, this is definitely a Kobe. Like, this is a female Kobe. And this is actually the first time I've actually bought a female sneaker performance wise. Like, I bought several Jordans that they made for females first, especially a lot of the Travis Scott line, but this is the first performance sneaker that I've ever got, and it was like a no-brainer. I was like, as soon as these come out, I'm going to grab them. And it was interesting because this colorway sold out in my size, and I just checked a day ago and they're back. And yes, you can see the shoe reminds me of the Kobe Zoom 5 Pro. Not really the colorway, more of the overall shape of the sneaker. Like, they're keeping it to that true low cut, and I think it's great that they're continuing with Kobe's legacy and what he innovated in performance sneakers, that low cut, minimalistic type of approach with updated tech. Like, I think that's dope. Like, it's not exactly this shoe, but it's close. Now, the LeBron 20, I pulled this out because LeBron also changed up his sneaker from being this super utilitarian type of shoe to the low cut style as well. And let me tell you, the LeBron 20, I'm not sure about the 21, but the 20 is still my favorite shoe to go jump on the court with. And I figured I'd show them because they're pretty much all designed the same. Now, lacing these up, I noticed that you really got to tug on the laces to get them like loosened up. Like, they already have like a lockdown type of feel to them, so you really got to work with them, which is a good thing. You don't want the laces falling out of the lace loops. You want them to be tight on your foot. But let me show you how these sound right out of the box on a court. Okay, I think you guys get the picture. And they squeaked the entire time on the court. I did do a couple hand wipes, and the guy in the gym was nice enough to come through and sweep the court, which was dope. But I didn't really need him to do that. The traction on these, it's amazing. It's a 10 out of 10, and there's really no break-in with this sneaker at all. Some shoes need a break-in. The LeBron 20s didn't need a break-in. Some of the Kobe's need a break-in, like the Kobe 5 needs a break-in, but these, there was no break-in. And I am wearing, like the Nike-style NBA socks. So I was wearing a really thick sock. I typically wear a thinner sock when I'm playing basketball. And there wasn't anything around the collar of the shoe that was like digging into my ankle when I was jumping around or making cuts. It was a really good feel. But I guess with this shoe, I kind of feel like, okay, Sabrina's still kind of fairly new. You got Caitlin Clark coming up. And this is only the second shoe for her. So they're not going to give her everything in the sneaker, kind of like with the Luka Doncic line. They didn't give him everything in his shoe the first couple pairs. So that's what these kind of feel like you're not getting anything. And they also threw some aspects of the Kyrie in here as well, like some of the older Kyries. They kind of took me back to those. But I think moving forward with her, if she stays hot, the 3 and the 4 will probably have more tech. I seen some people asking about that full-length Zoom Strobel, which is very, very nice. And that's what's in like the newer KDs and in LeBrons. So I think in the future, she will get something like that. And I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark is going to get her sneaker. Probably with Nike, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm sure she's going to get her shoe. And I hope it's as cool as this shoe, because I really, really like this shoe. I probably won't buy another pair. And I was very, very close to making my own colorway. But I was like, why would I make my own colorway when I really like this shoe? I don't need another pair. And I have a lot of other pairs to hoop in, but this shoe is great. I give it a 9 out of 10. That's very good for a player's second signature shoe. I heard her first shoe wasn't that comfortable, and again, that's expected from like your first model. They don't give you all the tech in your first model. Like the first LeBron, they didn't get the tech in that shoe was not great at all. Even like the Giannis first sneaker, the Zoom Freak, that wasn't very teched up. But that's just kind of how it goes. You grow, they give you more stuff into the sneaker. And that's pretty much all I got. Like I said, I bought this shoe pretty much off of it being reminiscent of the Kobe sneaker and 100% aesthetics. And I knew the shoe wasn't going to be trash, but I bought it solely off the look. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. I do have a couple more performance views right around the corner. Peace, love, and light, guys. I'm out.